comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table.
Let's get this mission started.
Simple and clear.
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Are they trying to beat out the jump? Throws them. What's next? Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. The drive impact doesn't get them the punish counter, but it's still good. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Both fighters KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Fires off a whirlwind. Shoots off a fireball up close. Shows a medium kick. That last round could have gone either way. They can't get sloppy. Somersault kick. What'll happen here? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna... Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire straits with Burnout. Knockdown, betting it all on the drive rush. Can they claw their way back and get that? Not gonna hit. Noticeable life lead is that they couldn't leave that unpunished. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 1 chases them down. The move whips and they get nailed with a punish counter. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Okay, creating some space here. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Time's the only thing moving here. Close him. What's next? Taking stock. Let's off a projectile to waste time. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 2, that last attack took some courage. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. They've piled up the null. Now, how are they going to use it? Shows a medium kick. The throw misses. Takes a trip. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They hit them with a stop and body. Checks with a medium. He started that trip. Here comes the rude sandstorm. The super doesn't hit. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. This is a turning point. Experiencing burnout. Sonic boom. Player 1 is dominating this match. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Got their eye on the air. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Still slugging it out here. Backs them into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Whips the throw. Goes to the overdrive. Life lead opens up. Gets him. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws him. What's next? Misses the drive impact. You do not want to whiff an impact. Long, low attack hits. Still slugging it out at this range. Going in. Fires off a whirlwind. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Lays down a whirlwind. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Pokes with a medium kick. This is gonna hurt. What'll happen here? Bogey whirlwind to up the ante. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Oh, could be the start of something. She's looking for something with Kisara. So, rushes in. Who's gonna take it? They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. Who bends it on the fireball? Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. They were ready for the air attack. Gets the jump in. What are they thinking here? Definitely answers the air attack. You always look up when they're cornered. Combo with the target combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Knockdown takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Risky up close scrap up tap to close it. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Shows a medium kick. Sonic boom. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're still feeling each other out. Connects with medium kick, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Good judgment there. Player one is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Fires off a whirlwind. Just goes for it at this range. Super receive kick to make their extremity single. Lays down a whirlwind. Time to reassess the situation. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. They're going for the super arc. The super doesn't hit. They are absolutely wailing. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. All the throw connects. Obi whirlwind to up the ante. Who's gonna take it? Both of them back off. They may be. What are you jumping in for? Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Nice read. Denies them with a somersault kick. Coming through. Goes for the fireball. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Perfect air to air. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Player one has not been shy about using their drive gauge. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Taking stock. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Somersault kick stops them cold. Obi whirlwind to up the ante. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Grabs and throws them away. Going in, springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Breaks those shins. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Shows a medium kick. Drive gauge gap here. Drive gauge is almost empty. They got to be careful. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. A quick breather. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What'll happen here? Ooh, there's a side activation star to get some help on the field. The super connects! Folks, there's the burnout! Flatline zone! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Hits the drive! Rushes in! Player 2 is in a very good spot. Solid anti-air! They just said, get that jumping out of here. Dangerous range here. Whirlwind shot. Combo. Let's go. What now? Oh, yo, raw super here. Player 1 can't let this sim impact squash. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. They're not getting close to each other. Starts with whirlwind. So solid with a mixer anti-air. A jump? No, denies the jump in. Let's loose a boom. This is a critical moment. Taking jumps out of each other. Struck, what a finish. Player 1 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let's get round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Tons of drive and health to work with. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. All right, what's coming up next? Down to the wire. Digs in deep to get that drop, gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. At this range, many a time hits them with a stopping box. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. What'll happen here? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. A quick breather. Do they have enough drive gauge? Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Both fighters planning something? Their will to win is really being tested here. Knockdown and checks him with the boom. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong and connects with the throw. Okay, here we go. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Connects with medium kick. Sonic boom. They quickly get back into the corner of the super art to show off what a PhD and fighters can do for you. It's time for pleasure, time for pain. As far as jury's concerned, they're kind of the same. super gauge advantage. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Boom! Nothing stops this train. Look, here comes the boom! Okay, here we go. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Player one needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Gotta do better than that. Loads up above. Let's loose a boom. There's a burnout. No, Satsu! Noticeable, are you kidding me? Player two comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Let's go. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Good anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Trips them up. Player two can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. Combo with the target combo. In a dire situation. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Got their eye on the air. Who's going to start things off? From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Jumps. With the impact. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Shows a medium anti-air in the cut. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player two can't let this simmer. He wraps it up with a throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Starting off with gotta do better than that. Hits them with a stopping block. Turning it right up with the super. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. Super! Player two with a slight lead hits the drive. Sets up with the jump in. Player one has the super gauge advantage. Boom! They've got about half life left. Drops him hard. This can lead to some big damage. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Jumps, connects with the throw. Amazing. Adds a bit of OD spice. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Sticks out a kick. Any throw will whip. Are you kidding me? Player two made some smart moves there. Great game. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Clutch anti-air. Good somersault kick. Checks with a medium kick. Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Gets some. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Nails the anti-air. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Uses the target combo as a filler. Goes for the super arm. The super doesn't hit. Going in. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Shows the medium kick. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Impact squat. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter.
Ken wins.
That was...
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Let's get this round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Decides to go in with the target combo. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player 1 has the life lead. Starts off going it down to the wire. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. All right, what's coming up next? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Does a good job of pushing back. Heats it up with a combo into super. Taking stock. This is a tough spot. Burnout is triggered. Knockdown, KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Checks them with the boom. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Blocks the impact. Looking for a chance. Somersault kick. Knockdown and Sonic boom. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. Hits them with a stop and block. There's a burnout. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Pokes with a kick. Drops them. Throws them. That throw will do some good damage. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? The low. Okay. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. All in with the rush. Sticks out a kick. Impact squat. Dangerous range here. There's a burnout. All the throw connects. Medium kick into They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Fireball pressure, trying to wear down the opponent. The jump-in is denied. Clutch anti-air. Now they can use Prime. I can't believe it. They are done. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Medium kick into close range projectile. Player 2 springs forward with the drive rush. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? With the throw. Checks them with the projectile. All right, what's coming up next? Side lead opens up. And were they baiting them into that? Experiencing burnout. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Both fighters are barely alive. Burnout activates. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but they decide to play it safe? They're both out of luck. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Who's going to start things off? Dashes up. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Goes forward with a gut punch. Player 2 will look to apply. They're going for the super art. That's in there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Checks him with the projectile. Blocks the jump in. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Okay, they trade hits. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Takes a trip. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 2 adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. They just went for it with that super. This may be the start of their counter-offensive. Sonic boom! Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checks him with the boom. Projectile to try and change the situation. Nails the anti-air. Oh, experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Sonic boom. Medium kick hit. What'll happen here? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Medium kick. Knockdown. Here comes the mixer. All in with a rush. What's next? Nice read. Denies them with a somersault kick. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Willing to risk it for the overdrive. No drive left now. Gets the tip with the low heavy. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. This is gonna hurt. Spend it all for the crossfire. This is what happens when Sonic Boom beats somersault kick for an all-out assault. Player 1 with a sets up with the jump in. Nothing stops this train. Park tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. This could lead to some big damage. What now? Player 2, no! Critical arc out? Closes it out! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.